Everton battled well at Anfield on Saturday, but unfortunately, the unbelievable quality of Arne Slot's Reds in attacking positions will be the Toffees' undoing in the Merseyside derby. Hugo Ekitike, who cost a bumper £79 million to sign, would gift his new Premier League employers a two-goal cushion in the first half with a calm finish under pressure, with Ryan Gravenberch also opening the scoring in style with a first-time finish that beat the usually formidable Jordan Pickford. Idrissa Gueye would try to get David Moyes' men back in the contest with a late long-range effort, but the damage had already been done at a rain-soaked Anfield. Iliman Ndiaye would set up the 35-year-old for that consolation strike, with the former Marseille attacker standing out once more, even if his Toffee side were largely second best in the overall clash. Indeed, while the likes of Kiernan Dewsbury Hall and Beto faded into the background versus the Reds, Ndiaye was a vibrant live wire throughout for Moyes' underdogs. Staggeringly, away from assisting Gueye's second-half effort, the gung-ho 25-year-old would also come away from his 86 minutes on the pitch with a mighty 14 ground duels won, on top of a blistering 9 successful dribbles being completed that constantly kept the hosts on their toes. Unfortunately, despite his constant willingness to get stuck in and be involved, Ndiaye would fail to join Gueye in catching a listen out, despite having 2 Premier League strikes next to his name heading into the fierce contest. With 13 strikes now in total for the Toffees, it's clear that the 25-year-old was the original trickster down the flanks, before Jack Grealish's emergence onto the scene. Yet Grealish and Ndiaye might not be the only slick wingers Moyes has at his disposal shortly, with a homegrown version of the Senegal international amazingly being brewed in the U21 picture. Ndiaye will know all too well the trials and tribulations of the men's game, having once been a rising youngster at Boreham Wood, before embarking on a formative adventure at Sheffield United that eventually led him to Everton. Justin Clark will hope he can make similar waves in the first team in the near future, having also been thrust into the spotlight from a very early age, considering he made his senior debut for ex-employers AFC Wimbledon at just 15 years of age. That record-breaking debut for the Dons would clearly catch Everton's eye, leading to Clark swapping southwest London for the daunting environment of Merseyside last year, with the early signs pointing in the direction that the teenage sensation could be Ndiaye 2.0 if everything goes to plan. The U21's breakout star has now even penned a senior deal at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, with Clark also already powering home 14 strikes for both the U18s and U21s from just 25 appearances, which is one more effort than Ndiaye has managed to put away in the men's ranks. The similarities don't end here between the hotly tipped Englishman and his Senegalese counterpart. However, with Clark also showing off an adaptability that Ndiaye is well known for when looking at the table above. Amazingly, from just 3 career appearances as an out-and-out center forward, Clark has a lethal 6 goals next to his name. Ndiaye isn't quite at the same level of clinical finishing himself, but he does have 22 goal contributions to shout about from 42 career appearances up top. But while he does have this versatile edge up his sleeve, Clark is also well-equipped to cause fullbacks problems with mazy darts forward, much like the ex-Blades attacker, with one surge into the area in Premier League 2 action recently, seeing him tee up fellow starlet Braden Graham for a goal. Once branded as a fantastic talent for the future by former Dons boss Johnny Jackson, it'll be intriguing to see if Clark can reach Ndiaye's insane heights down the line, knowing that he is in the same esteemed academy setup that one produced the likes of Wayne Rooney.